What's up, my brothers? What's up? This is K Solo. You already know what it is. This is Rikers Island Stories, the AKA K Solo Show. You already know. What's up, people? Yes, I know it's been a minute since I last time I said the show, our story. But I'm gonna bless you with one right now. So, you know, get your popcorn ready and let's do this. All right. So, this story is about Northern Rikers Island. No bullshit. This story is not about Rikers Island. My bad. This story is about upstate New York in Collins. This is not about no land king. This is about blood against bloods, and I believe this shit was kind of serious. It was a serious. I mean, it was going. They was going at it with each other, and the shit is that it was bloods from New York versus bloods from upstate, like Rochester, Syracuse, Albany, you get it, bloods from upstate. And the reason why the shit happened is because the bloods from upstate thought that the bloods from New York was not giving them the props they were supposed to get. You feel me? Like, if I remember, I think everyone that had, I really don't know about the ranks and bloods, but let's say I think a lot of the big homies was from New York City, and the bloods from upstate, they was not feeling that. You know, they was not getting no fucking love. They was not getting no kind of props. They was not getting no. How can I say it, man? They was not getting. They were not getting the recommended. Shit. How can I say? They was not getting their props, man. Fuck all that. They was not getting their props. So they was feeling like left out. So I remember one of the fights that this shit happened in the yard. It was with, goddamn, what was his name, man? What was his name? God, I'm not too good with names, man. Anyway, there was a fight with this dude, man. I'm gonna call him Stretch because he was kind of skinny, tall, and shit like that. So I'm gonna call him Stretch. So Stretch was going out. I mean, getting busy with this other blood from a state. They was getting busy. I cannot say who won the fight because the both of them got busy, and it looked like the both of them, it was a fair match. After that happened, that's how the shit started. After that happened, the two bloods went to the box. No question, going to the box. That's how they do upstate. After that shit happened, the thing started going around, rumors started going around that the bloods from New York was going to step to the bloods from upstate. So what happened was that I remember that the bloods from New York, they didn't have too many. How can I say? They didn't have too many guns. You feel me? They did not have too many guns because one of the bloods that from New York, he knew one of the Latin kings that his name was Colombia, King Colombia. You know what I'm saying? We used to call him Colombia. So the blood from New York knew Colombia. So I remember that, Colombia, I think Colombia was third crown. He was third crown. And Colombia came to me as, to help him out, to make some guns. You feel me? Because I was working in, how you call it? My job was like sanitation. I was not sanitation. I didn't fuck with no garbage. But my job was like to pick up broken furniture, broken TVs, get it out of there, you know what I'm saying, put it, in the trash and shit like that. It was like something like a super, but no mopping, none of that bullshit. So that was my job. So in my job, I used to find mad stuff, good things to make guns out of. And, we had a lot of guns, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. The Latin Kings in Collins had mad fucking guns. When Colombia took over the third crown, that's all that brother started doing, was making guns. And then me, I was giving him the tools to make it. I was giving him the supply. He was doing it. So one time, this was in the yard. There was a big baseball game going on. That's one thing about our state. They take their baseball really serious. So there was a baseball game going on. When the baseball game was going on, like about almost like the end of the game, there was a big fucking fight. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 bloods against like 6, 7 bloods. I mean, and they was going at it. And I can't tell you who was from New York, who was from upstate. I couldn't tell you that because, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell because I didn't know none of these guys. You feel me? So when they started going at it, now once again, when you do shit like that, when you guys get busy stuff like that, then they find out it's gangs. What they do? They start, going around sweeping. They start getting their snitches together. Because let me tell you, the police over there, COs, they got their snitches. Oh, believe me, they got mad snitches over there. And let me tell you, a lot of snitches over there is just regular dudes like me, you, dudes that you would never fucking expect, being honest to you. So when that fight broke out, they packed up mad bloods from New York. So what happened was that the bloods from upstate, they was a little bit more than the ones from New York. So basically, the bloods from New York started getting, they had problems. You feel me? Because they, let's keep it real. I think there was like about maybe 12 bloods from New York, and there was like about 30 from upstate. I don't know why they packed up mostly the bloods from New York. I don't know why, but that's what they did. So what happened was that there was this blood, and his name, they used to call him Vampire. Or Dracula. It was Vampire. Vampire. They used to call him Vampire. Bloody Bam. That's what his name. Bloody Bam. As Vampire. So Bloody Vampire went at it with a blood after Chow. I'm talking about dudes went at it gun to gun. Okay? Gun to fucking gun. Vampire got caught. He got caught like in the right here in the chest. He got caught with a razor. Wow. Cut him kind of deep. So the blood from a steak, when he cut Bam, the blood from the steak broke the fuck out. He ran upstairs through the hallway. So Bam was like bleeding. So the blood was dropping. You feel me? So somewhere, somehow, dudes started, cleaning up the blood like that. The COs don't see nothing. They don't, knowing none of that bullshit because they will lock shit down. Feel me? And I gotta give it to Bloody Bam. I gotta give it to him. That dude sold his own fucking stitches. That dude sold his own fucking stitches, B. I gotta give it to that dude by himself in the fucking bathroom, bro. That's what, the Bloods told me. Because like I said, Kings had more, how can I say, we used to rock more with the Bloods from New York than the Bloods from the state. Because, we from New York. So I remember the shit started getting heavy. So when Bam sold the shit up, everything was good, saying, I don't know how the police didn't find out, but it was a good fucking job by Bam and the Bloods that was down with Bam, you feel me? So everything was good for a couple of days. Next thing you know, they jumped a blood from New York. Again, the Bloods from the state got the best. You feel me? There was more. So when they jumped the blood from New York, Bam came to us, and, they needed weapons. They needed weapons. So what we did, we supplied them. You feel me? I mean, we was thinking like this, okay? This is 97. The Bloods and Kings still going at it in the island. So we figured, if these dudes, want to kill themselves and go all out with themselves, well, go all out. Saying? It's like, let's keep it real. Better for us. You feel me? Better for the Kings. Because, it will even up. Because being honest to you, there was like about, when I first got there was like about 34 of us. There was 34. And there was like about good 60-something Bloods. So, when that shit happened, it evened up the score. You feel me? Because like I said, Bloods from New York didn't like the Bloods from a state. So we gave them like 4 bangers. 4 bangers we gave them. The bangers is, guns, whatever you want to call it, shanks, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We gave them 4 bangers. Let me tell you, I felt a little guilty because what I did, because I was the one that gave them the 4 guns. You understand what I'm saying? It was something that it was told from, somebody told me, yo, here you go, take this to this, blah, 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 and I took it. You feel me? You gotta, that's the thing about being a gang member. You gotta take orders, and if you don't know how to take orders, you fucked. You understand what I'm saying? So when I gave those bangers to the Blood, I gave it to one of the New York Bloods that used to hang out with Bam. You know what I'm saying? Once again, for Vampire, Buddy Bam. So I remember, bro, that not that same day that I gave the bankers. I think it was like the next day or the day before that. Boom, niggas went at it, bro. Dudes went fucking at it. I'm talking about one dude, and he was from motherfucking upstate. He was a blood from upstate. He caught a fucking banger in his back. The shit was stuck on his back. I didn't go to the yard that day. What I was doing? I was cooking. I was cooking. You know, when you cook and you're doing a big meal, you don't go to the yard because you got a lot of shit to do. You feel me? And plus, it gives you more. I mean, you get to use the kitchen a lot quicker because when there's everybody's in the house and they close the yard, that's when everybody want to come and they want to start cooking, blah blah blah. So the microwave, the stove. In Collins, we had stove. We had the electric stove. So there was like a little room with like 1, 2, 3 stoves. It was cool. It was beautiful, man. Collins was sweet. So I was in the kitchen. I was doing my thing. I'm cooking, but I see the COs running. So we knew something happened. You understand what I'm saying? They told me that one of the Bloods that was from upstate, motherfucker had a piece of fucking metal stuck to his back, like somewhere like in the middle of the back, bro. They had that dude in the floor. The COs had him in the floor because when they go there, first thing they do is they drop those smoke bombs. You feel me? They got this little thing that they drop. Poof. It's like a little cannon thing, and they put that shit in there and they blind it. Blah, it's like a one shot. But when it lands, it hits the floor, forget about it. Be all that fucking gas fucks a nigga up. So they told me that they had one of the Bloods was in the floor with the fucking dagger stuck to his chest. Other Bloods was fucking bleeding. Bam, I think got cut also. So this shit was a crazy fucking war. Bloods against Bloods. Boom. After that, they packed up Bam. They packed up mad dudes. Now, what happens? There's like maybe 10 Bloods from New York. There's like maybe 20 Bloods from a state. Remember, they start packing dudes up. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was caught in that fight is getting the fuck out of there. And you're going to get a new charge. You feeling me, bro? That's the thing about joining gangs. Now, 10 and 20. Not so bad. And if you think about it, New York Bloods, I got to give it to them because these dudes was bigger. You got Herc. Herc was there. You got Light. Light was another Blood, that big motherfucker. He was like about 6'3", crazy muscles coming out of everywhere. I know I made that now. That finished the story, baby. So after damn, she just fucked me up. So after this dude, Light, and all these dudes, because I gotta give it real with you. The New York Bloods, there was only 10 of them, but you could say they were big motherfuckers. You feeling me? So the Bloods from a state, 20, but they was weak. You feel me? These Bloods was weak. You could tell they was weak. Most of them was kind of young. So they really, really, really did. The odds got even, being honest with you. Even though they had 20 and there was 10 New York Bloods, the odds got even. What happened? One of the Bloods from New York, one of the Bloods from motherfucking upstate, they went at it. 1-on-1. Boom, 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 boom. Whoever wins, the beef is over with. Everything gets back together. But, once again, whoever wins, they take over. You understand what I'm saying? It was all about ranks. It was all about who runs what. And that's one thing that I never could understand. Now, the fight, the New York Bloods won it. So, of course, the New York Bloods took over. You understand what I'm saying? So, the Bloods from upstate, they had to just fall back and go with the flow. You feeling me? Go with the flow. That was the thing. We do this. This is how it is. Because a lot of them was getting packed up, and a lot of them was getting new charges. So you don't want to fuck around, man. You're in the fucking medium. You're in the medium A. You got fucking like 3 years already doing. You're like 3 years in. You got like another 2 years left. You don't want to go through all that shit. You don't want. I mean, come on. Let's keep it real, bro. You did 10 years. You go to a medium. You're gonna get some bullshit in the medium. Come on. And then go back up to the max because you blew somebody up. So that's what the Bloods was thinking about, and it was a good thing that they thought about that because it was getting ugly. It was getting ugly, and the Kings, they was in the side like watching, making sure, because keeping it real once again. You know, at that time they was our enemies, but we did, that's the time that we started learning about the 5 stars, about the 5 flags. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the knowledge like that. That's I'm talking about New York Bloods and New York Kings. We didn't have the knowledge to understand that we was rocking the same flag though. You feel me? And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, and if you're a blood or if you're a king and you don't know what I'm talking about, you're a fake motherfucker. Alright? So what happened? Boom. We stepped back. Everything started dying down. New York blood started taking over. Boom. And also there was this blood from upstate that they just call him Dirty Red. That dude was nice. He was nice with the hands. I gotta give it to him. He was nice in the hands. And Dirty Red, I believe Dirty Red was one of the big ones too. I believe Dirty Red was a big homie. And the other kid that I didn't know his name, I'm pretty sure he was a big homie too. And that kid, he was like in his 30s. I was 20, 29 when that happened. This kid was probably in his 30, like 38, 39, some shit like that. You know, he was about to hit that OG status. You feel me? I call OG like when you're like 42, 43, shit like that. That's when I consider you an OG. You see, I was not an OG yet. I was in my motherfucking, I was 29? You know what I'm saying? 29. I probably just hit it. So everything was good. You know, and this is something that I never understood when I was in jail. Why do Bloods go at it with each other? This is something that I used to break my head with, you know, and I spoke to a Blood one time, my man Blood Drop, you know, he was a good dude. We had beef, me and Blood Drop had beef at one time, but what happened was that we became friends in the court, because there was these 3 Crips. And the only blood that was there was Blood Drop, and the only king that was there was me. So, yeah, man, we took it to those 3 Crips. We took it to them. We broke those boys down. So, right there, me and Blood Drop had like a mutual respect for each other. You feel me? I didn't have to go and get it. They wanted to go at light. I mean, they wanted to go at red. They wanted red. They didn't want me. They wanted red. But I couldn't let that happen. You feel me? I could not let that happen. The simple reason that red was from C95. These dudes, I don't know what building they was at, and if they was in C95, I'm pretty sure they was in the motherfucking MO squad or PC. Because like I said, a lot of Crips went to PC and a lot of Crips was playing MO. MO means crazy. So, you know, they was outnumbered big times. And then again, when the Kings and the Bloods had that peace treaty, remember, Crips was getting it from both sides, from the Kings and the Bloods. You understand what I'm saying? Because when I was first crowned, there was a Blood, there was a Crip that he was in 9 Marju, and he had to get touched. There was no Bloods there. There was no Kings. So what we did was we had one of our people get packed up, go get a job because he was in a working dorm. A working dorm is, you know, you could work, you work at a mess hall, sanitation, whatever the fuck, but they putting you together with the guys that work. So that's what happened. This guy got a job, he went to 9 Marju. He caught him. You understand? It was an order given to him and he did it. And they caught the Crip. But once again, when me and Dirty Red, you know, got busy with those 3 Crips and everything like that, we broke bread, we was chilling. So, you know, I already knew him. You know? So, you know, basically the story is, man, that, you know, you'd be surprised, man, who becomes your friend. And then again, you'd be surprised why. Why do Bloods always go at it with each other? I'm serious. I seen that in the island. I seen that upstate. I seen Bloods robbing Bloods. Oh, no question. I remember when I was when I was in Rikers Island in motherfucking 94, I saw this fucking 2 Bloods rob this other Blood. And the Blood was Puerto Rican. The one that got robbed was Puerto Rican. And he was fully Blood. This is why I say that, you know, back then the Puerto Ricans was trying to join Bloods, and I believe they tried to join Bloods because they were scared. You understand what I'm saying? Because how can you join a gang that back in their days when they first started, they consider all Latin people the enemy? This is why I understand Magoo. I understand why Magoo became a Blood. I know he was a king. I never found out what happened to him. I think he was doing mad dirty shit, robbing, doing crazy shit. And you know, we kings are not innocent. Especially I. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you're gonna steal something. I mean, if it's easy work, you're gonna do it. I don't want to fucking hear that you're not gonna do it. Now, you're gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, please, stop the bullshit, you know? I mean, it's a big difference. It's a big difference when you upstate and when you're in the island. When you're in the island, man, you know, you don't know what the fuck you're facing. You don't know what's going on with your life at that moment. Now, when you go upstate, you already know, I got to do these 5 years, I got to do these 7 years. Ain't no turning back. You got to do it. If you don't do it, you're going to go crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you, I did 5 months. 5 years. And I went to the box 4 times. And I hate the box, bro. I hate the box. And if you don't know how to read, you don't know how to write, you fucked. You are fucked. I'm serious. True story. You know? So this story right here that I'm bringing out, man, it was about the Bloods versus the Crips versus us. You know what I'm saying? But once again, this was about Bloods going at it with Bloods. New York City Bloods going at it with upstate Bloods. And yes, the upstate Bloods got the best of the New York City Bloods until the second fight. Once they had that second fight, that shit, niggas, dude was stabbed in the back, had the fucking shank in the back, motherfucking Bamp was fucking cut, boom, everything, you know, they started taking out more Bloods out of there, and who was starting to lead, who was the most? The Bloods from motherfucking upstate. And the shit got eaten up, you know, it got like right there, and that's when the 2 Bloods was like, yo, Bloods from upstate, Bloods from New York was like, yo, we can't keep doing this. We cannot keep doing this. And they had to stop. And I remember when they did the peace treaty, you know, it was kind of you know, they had like, it was like they was playing baseball, and they was making believe that they was watching the baseball game, but deep down inside, there was a lot of politics at that moment. Actually, the Kings was down with that politic also, because the Bloods from upstate found out that Kings gave these Bloods from New York some guns. So they was like, put you like this, they was not happy. They was not happy that the Latin Kings gave guns to the Bloods from New York. Trust me, they was not fucking happy. I say like about 6 Bloods from upstate got hurt. And from New York, I gotta say about a good 7 or 8. Yeah. But once again, when the police came, that everybody got called, they started saying this thing over there, that one over there, you know, it got even. Because like I said, the Bloods from New York, those 10, 11 Bloods, motherfucking, they used to work out, bro. So they had, out of 10 or 11, bro, they had like about 6 or 7, and they were fucking monsters. You feel me? Monsters. So, and the Bloods from the state, they knew what time it is, because these motherfuckers are like, you know, $150, maybe $190. You know what I'm saying? These Bloods from New York was going to go right through them, and they knew that. So that's why they went and spoke that peace treaty. And the Kings was there, you know what I'm saying, because we was like, wanted to know what's going on, and then again, the Bloods from the state, they found out that we were supplying them. We were supplying the Kings, the Bloods from New York with guns. So, like I said, they ain't like that, but they had to handle that because, like I said, the New York Bloods, they took over. They was the dominant one. Everything went back together. Everybody was together. Everything was beautiful, but you got to say that the New York Bloods were more warriors than the Bloods from upstate. Yes, they was. Yes, they was. And, and once again, I don't know why Bloods be going at it with Bloods. For real. That's something that I need to find out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little quick story. It's a little quick story. But tomorrow I'm going to hit you with a story about my brother Frankie. The day that he got cut. Why? From that day, I started doing my thing. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. 7 under my belt. 7 Bloods I took. You feeling me? So I'm coming back tomorrow with that story. So be ready for that story, guys. Okay? I'm gonna let you know when the first blood that I cut, the first blood that almost caught me. So the shit was crazy. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Enjoy the story. This is Rikers on the story, the AKA K Solo Show. Enjoy it. Booyah.